Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Profiling Passionate People. I am your host, Solomon Ladvinka. And today I got someone that I've known very long. He is the creator, the designer, and the overall inventor of a clothing brand line called Qain and Abel. I'm gonna go ahead and bring him in here and have him talk about his passion. So Mr. Don Vinculado, there you are. How you doing, sir?
What's up, Solomon? How you doing? I'm doing good.
Good, good. I'm doing
Excited to be here.
Yeah, man. Thank you for coming on, taking the time out of your busy schedule. I see you got the Q&A hat on right now. So tell me, what is Qain and Abel?
Qain and Abel is a luxury streetwear clothing line based out of San Francisco,
Hey,
born and
there you go.
raised. And basically, it's just a brand. Like our mission and vision is to really inspire people to bring and be the best version of themselves, as Abel did in the Bible. I think what most people get confused with is, oh, this is a Christian line, but it's really not. It's just a line to express yourself and really just represent being the best version of yourself. And to put into context the story of Cain and Abel, yes, there was a tragic death at the end of the story, but the moral of the story was Cain did it out of jealousy because he wasn't able to give his best, whereas Abel did
Yeah,
wholeheartedly without hesitation. And you can literally use that in anything you do in life, whether you're an athlete, an entrepreneur, an artist in music, art. It's you can't cheat any game that you're in. And that's really what Cain was doing, and he didn't get rewarded for it. And at the end of the day, his legacy will go down, um, as he was banished. He couldn't
yeah.
live a lavish life anymore, whereas Abel was just rewarded, heavens and anything. We know what heaven consists of. But yeah, that's really what Cain and Abel was about. Just give your all from the get-go. Don't cheat the game, whatever you're doing, and just be the best you can be.
Yeah, man, I've liked that. I've followed this brand ever since you launched it a couple of years ago when, just the message that it gets across. And that's what we try to do here on Profiling Passionate People is when the going gets tough, just don't ever give up. I mean, I've already
For
mentioned
sure.
my story several times and about my depression and how people weren't really backing me when I was going through my stages of life. And, for you to put this out there as a work of art and just expressing yourself. I mean, dude, I commend you for that. So
Yeah.
where did this vision come from? Because I'm sure it didn't just happen overnight, or did it?
Yeah, I really think it was something stirring up, because I really thought the story of Cain and Abel was always really cool. But I didn't really know why it was kind of resonating inside until I put out a project last year called Distress. And like I felt like I poured everything. I thought I gave my best. Like I styled everybody, I directed the photography, I directed the film, and I just didn't feel the success that I envisioned. And I just had a moment with God, like, what's going on? Is this what I really need to be doing? And Cain and Abel was just in my head, and I was just like, I think I need to read. So I went to the Bible and I just kept reading the story of Cain and Abel. I read it like 20 times, and finally I was just like, this is why I had it in my mind, because I wasn't giving my best wholeheartedly. Like I
Yeah.
was seeking the reward without even knowing what my best is, like what the possible best of me is. So I think what I thought was the best wasn't what God thought was the best in my situation. And it was really just the Bible that opened up my eyes to Cain and Abel and what the real story and what you can take in today's world. And like I said previously, it's like literally anything you do in life needs to be wholeheartedly, without hesitation. You can't just leave your house thinking like, I could take the day off at work, and be able to be successful. And I think passionate people just have that drive to always come the next day willing to be better than the last.
Yeah, I mean, you got to have enough willpower to continue to stand on your feet. I know, you know, even through your success story, I know that there must have been some setbacks at some point. Maybe it was with this distress, and I believe you had a few other clothing lines that you were trying to launch at a certain point. But I'm actually just
Yeah.
really glad that you have found your niche, found your passion, have poured out absolutely everything into this. You know, right below is going to be the link to your social media pages, the web page, to where people can understand and look at your content a lot more and more in depth. But I know that you had just recently, I think it was the first clothing drop. It was for Easter this earlier this year, correct?
Yes.
Nice. Yeah. And I mean, I recognize the voice in the background. I mean, if you guys have not heard this dude's voice, I mean, it's heaven sent for sure. And I'm not just, you know, bursting his bubble, but the content that went into it, the vision, you can just definitely tell that this is somebody that is just absolutely just pours out passion out of him. And so again, I'm really happy that things are going in the correct direction now. And
Yeah,
you know,
most definitely.
yeah, so I mean, where do you see this vision of yours going other than obviously up?
I think anything that requires success comes with stress. And I think early on, there was quite some things that kind of set back some stuff. Like we started last year on my birthday, August 8th, and we wanted to just do samples to give, like, just really spread the word and not have collections or anything. And it kind of like built up, like I was teasing people, and that was just really my strategic approach to it. And
Yeah.
then I finally launched in May. I launched my film in April on Good Friday before Easter, leading up until May 17th is when I officially released my first delivery of the first collection. Um,
Okay.
but yeah, I think the setbacks are what make the brand, and what make any successful thing or person is you have to have those things that challenge you to take that next step. And there was a few things like waiting for suppliers like months and months when it should have been ready. And it was just like, wow, like originally I was supposed to release in March, and things didn't happen the way I wanted to, but it was good because I had the content to keep teasing and building more content out of that and getting people more hungry. And I've heard a lot of people saying like, when are you dropping? When are you dropping this and that? And it's just like soon, soon. So I got people's attention, and it worked. It just worked out. Like no matter if it took long to do it, I knew I put my best into it. And there's
Yeah.
always going to be setbacks to it. And you know, and yeah, I think stress and setbacks are part of your steps up, and there's no way to avoid it. No one has a perfect story that, oh, it was just lottie dottie easy. And that's kind of like Kobe said it once. He was just like, my reward wasn't the Hall of Fame or getting into the Hall of Fame. It was the journey that he took. It was the
Yeah.
grind that he did, being a father, being, an all-time great basketball player. It was the journey that took him to be the greatest version of himself was his dream. It
Yeah.
wasn't the reward at the end. It was what he got to do that led up to the rewards. And that's how I like to approach my stuff, is let me have fun while I'm doing my passionate things. Because at the end of the day, if I'm not having fun, then this isn't really for me.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
if it's money driven, which I see a lot of corporations do, it just, to me, I want to have fun and peace every time. And setbacks can't really destroy your inner peace, because if you're passionate about something, it's going to take a lot to break that. And I think if you're strong-willed, like you said before, it's passion is a very strong drug to keep away things.
Yeah.
And that's why I love your podcast, because you're just reaching out to people who pour out their passion.
Yeah.
And I appreciate the invite.
Yeah, man. I mean, you mentioned quite a few different things. You know, bringing up Kobe Bryant. I know that this isn't the exact quote that he actually said, but I remember hearing him saying, like, you know, I got millions of dollars in the bank account, but every day I went to the gym and I was playing as if I was trying to eat my meal tonight, and you know, basically playing as if you were poor. And just that mentality that you go in is, you know, never settling. There's still more that you can go and achieve. And I know that you are
Exactly.
still on your stepping stones to getting to exactly where you're at. And again, just really happy that you did come on here, and, you know, whatever insight that we can do to shine light on you, you know, vice versa. But, you know, like I said, you know, just seeing that you're not settling for the one drop. I know we're going to talk about this in a second, but you got a second drop coming out here very soon. And, you know, those, I mean, you can even look at the hat. I mean, the hat right there, that's part of the clothing line. I'm sure you'll be able to see all the stuff on his page as well of what is available. And, you know, just know that if you do decide to purchase some of the material, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears has gone into it. Hopefully the sweat is not on the clothing, but you know what I'm saying. So, you know, what else you got over there that people can get a look-see at, a little teaser?
Yeah, so this is my tribute to Homage. Like I said, you know, Qain and Abel is a San Francisco-based brand,
Yeah.
a luxury streetwear company, and I really wanted to pay tribute to San Francisco, really. And most people say like, oh, what about the 49ers or what about the Warriors? But I feel like since coming to San Francisco, the Giants are the only ones to stay true to San Francisco, not leave, have brought a championship, 3 championships to San Francisco.
Yep.
And the latest championships, I can't really say the Warriors brought San Francisco a championship because they won 3 in Oakland. But and personally, the Giants are my favorite San Francisco team. But so this is a foam trucker with 3D embroidery, giant orange. That's what I'm calling it. Yeah. It's not a real color, but it represents the Giants. And then I'm wearing a hoodie that just says home. And then the back, it has my logo and San Francisco on it. I won't give you that. But it's set to release next month early. So I'm ready for it. And yeah.
Cool. Again, guys, all the links down below in our bio and in the comment section is going to be how you're going to be able to find all this information. Again, Mr. Don Vinculado coming in, stepping in and talking about his passion, Qain and Abel. My brother, my friend, I really appreciate you coming on here. That'll do it for us.
Appreciate it.
Again, guys, feel free, reach out, like, comment, subscribe, anything you guys want to see on the next podcast. We're here to listen to it. Check out this guy as well as he talks about his Cleveland Browns coming up here in the 2021-22 NFL season. Until then, he is Don Vinculado. I'm Solomon Ladvinka signing off, and never give up on your dreams. Stay motivated. God bless. Good night, guys.
Night.